So as we start working from home, it's going to be convenient for us to have our laptop act as similar to our desktop as we can at the school. So if I come up to File, New, and click on the New button, that'll bring me to this template menu. And you can see I've got an English, a metric, a mold design, but I don't have my SHS template file in here. That's the one that's got the Superior Spartan drawing block. So I'd like to make this, look as similar to mine as I can at school. So we're going to go ahead and set up a new template folder in here. So I'm going to close out of this. You're going to want to have downloaded your drawing file with the SHS title block. I'll put a link to that in this classroom section. Okay, and then once you've got that downloaded, we're going to go ahead and click on our OSC, and then we're going to go to Users. And once we're in Users, then we're going to click on Public. Then once we're in here, we're going to click on Public Documents. All right, we're going to go to Autodesk next. Once we're into the Autodesk folder, we're going to go to Inventor 2020. In Inventor 2020, we're going to go to Templates. All right, and then in Templates, we're going to open up the EN-US. And that will bring us to this screen here. Now, I just rambled off a bunch really quick. It might be helpful if you're not on the same screen as me to pause the video at this point, and you can follow this long file path across here. All right, so if you're back with me, I'm going to assume we've done that. Your screen looks like mine now. We're going to right-click at this point and say we want to make a new file folder. We'll call this our SHS. Oh, it didn't let me rename it here. Let me try that again. I'm going to go into my file folder and say rename, and I'll call this my SHS template folder. Okay. Now at this point, my SHS template folder is blank, so what I want to do is put a standard part, a standard assembly, and presentation file in there. We'll probably use those throughout the school year. And so I'm going to come down here. This is my standard presentation. I'm going to right click. I'll copy. I'll come up to SHS and I'll paste that in. It's my standard presentation. Now I'm going to come back to my standard assembly file. I'll right click, copy, go to SHS, and I will paste that in. Go back. Now I want to grab my standard part file. That's the blue block. And so again, I'm going to right click. I'll copy, go to SHS, and I'll paste that in. Okay, now the last one we're going to put in is that drawing file with the Spartan head title block. That's in my download folder. So I'm going to go over to download. I'm going to right click on the 2020 Spartan head drawing file. I will copy that. And then I'm just going to click the back button here. That'll bring me back to my template file that I'm creating. And I'm going to paste in that 2020 drawing file with the SHS title block. Okay. Now we can check and see if that worked by going back into Inventor. Right, and then if I go File, click on the New button, right, now in my template folder I've got an SHS one. And I've got my standard I part, my standard assembly, my 2020 drawing file with SHS title block, and my standard presentation file down here. Now what's nice about that is each time I open up a drawing file to work on in this program, it's going to ask me these questions. And I'm going to say OK to this. But it's like opening up a blank template. I need to go up here and go File, Save to save this, versus having to do a File, Save As and worrying about like, oh, where did I save it and different things like that. So this should make our life a little easier in the long run. Please email or use the discussion page if you've got questions. I'd be happy to answer them.